Hello everybody, welcome back to Tools of Integration, going out of your head into your hands. My name is Pepine van den Berg and I'm here with
Myoki.
And this is our 17th episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of videos to look back on, lots of fun we've had. And I hope you've enjoyed them as well. And so please share, subscribe to the channel and like this video if you like our content. Today we have a very special and intricate tool. It's not exactly what you have lying around so you can pick up, and when you're in the integration process you can, it's not very easy to do, but we wish to demonstrate it. It's we're going to make lace, which is very intricate, very subtle, very beautiful, and you can really get into your hands. It is with a French name, it's called Frivolité. In English it's called Tatting, and we use what was it called again? A tatting, can't remember. A tatting spool? Well, never mind.
Sorry.
We are going to use these instruments to make very beautiful lace, and we're going to turn the camera around so you can have a closer look. And I think it's really nice to add this to our tools, don't you think?
Yes, and it's very old as well.
It's very old, I forgot to mention. Yeah, it's
I love everything old.
very old, 16th century, 18th century. And I feel I've learned this technique when I was 15, 16 years old, and I was feeling very ladylike with my knotting, and so I could imagine myself sitting in court, gossiping with all the other ladies and making my lace. So I hope you'll enjoy this video, and let's get started. So this is the book I wanted to show you. I've had it for about 30 years in my possession, and see what a beautiful lace items you can make. And I love this picture. This is a very old handkerchief with a lace edge, and this is this picture of an 18th century Madame Adelaide, the daughter of Louis XV. And these are very old tatting shuttles. Myoki looked up the word for me. And today we are going to make this little pattern and this little pattern. And I've already, where is the, this is the first one, which I've already prepared. You can see how delicate it is, with all these little knots. And I have this one. And you can, we are going to use these tatting shuttles, and this one has a small crochet hook on it, so it's easier to attach the finished rings. And with this one I started out 30 years ago. And there's also a variety on needle, using the tattle shuttle, and that's the tatting needle. And you can look up needle tatting if you want to for another way of doing this, but that's not something that I know. So to begin, I'll show you how to do the first knot, how to hold the thread. It's very thin thread, so you can hold your thread, and Myoki is off camera, but she is going to work with us, of course. So you can hold the thread between your thumb and your finger, so you have a little tail towards your hand. Yeah. You hold your other hand the tatting shuttle. You put the thread over your middle finger and across the ring finger, and then you hold it back between your thumb and index finger. And you leave a little bit of space. Yeah, and then put it back between your ring finger and the thumb. So you have it between your thumb and index finger, across your middle finger, your ring finger, and then back between the thumb. Yeah, that's it. And make a sort of triangle with your fingers. Yeah. So your working space is the thread between your index finger and your middle finger. So make sure that, yeah, and make this a little bit longer. Yeah, this is the space you're going to work your shuttle through. So you hold your shuttle and move the thread over your...
I'm confused.
Yeah. That's it.
Confused.
So, and we're not going to use the crochet hook. You're going to use the whole shuttle. Like with weaving. It's like pushing your...
in between here?
Yeah, so we're going to go under, and then the little tail upwards. I know, and then you get a knot, and then you hold it.
In between here?
Yeah.
Chips.
Oh, never mind. I'll just go and... I'll just demonstrate a few knots, so just bear with me. We made the first knot. I'll start again. So between the little tail between your index finger and your thumb, middle finger, ring finger between the thumb again. So this will be your working space. To make it easy to work the shuttle, you put the thread with your pinky. We're going to go under and under those two threads.
Here? In between here?
Between the fingers.
In between here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then with the little tail of the shuttle you go under this thread and you make a knot and secure it between your...
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. So this was working under. Now we're going to work over and make the other knot. So we have our first knot. And this we're going to repeat 4 more times. So under, make a knot, over, and finish the knot. Now we have 2 knots. Under and over and under and over how many knots do I have? I think it's 4 and the 5th. So we are now in the next phase of our first ring. We're going to make a picot, and that's, I'm going to demonstrate. We go under. Now we don't finish the whole knot, we leave a bit of space. We finish our knot and then we pull together, and there we have our picot. And I'll just make 4 more knots. 1, 2, 3, and the knots you can slide them. So here's the what I have already, and you can slide them across your finger. I have 3 knots, and there is 4. And here we have 5.
So 5 knots and
a
picot.
picot.
Okay.
Yeah, so we make another picot. Leave some space. Ooh. Over, pull them in. And now our final 5 knots. We already have one from the picot. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, under, over, and the final one, 5.
So 1 knot is over and under.
Yeah. Now I've realized my little example, we have 3 picots. So I have to make another picot. So here are my, and when I finish the picot and the final 5 knots, you can pull the string into a ring. So I'm going to make the picot. Here's the picot. I need a little more thread. And the whole time you keep this sort of triangle between your fingers, because this is your working space. Go under, over, under, over, under, over, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the final one, under, over. So here we have 3 picots and the knots, and now we pull on this thread and we pull it into a nice little ring. So this is the end result. And then if you want to hold the ring like this between your fingers, and make sure your fingers are washed, because you have to hold your work, and when your fingers are a little bit, yeah, it can come off. And then make the round again, and then we're going to make the next few knots, and we leave a little bit of space between the ring and the next ring. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It asks for a lot of concentration.
In the beginning, when you know it, you can.
What do you?
Your hands do it by themselves.
Yeah. But first you need to make the muscle memory.
Yeah.
But when you make a mistake, like you do 2 times over or 2 times under.
Yeah, you can undo it by unraveling.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can recognize that this is only, you know that you've gone under because you only have the one knot, the one. Yeah. It's half a knot. So now I have to go over. Yeah, you do it mindlessly after a while.
When you know it. You do it, but that's with everything, right?
Yeah.
When you know the technique, you do it mindlessly.
Yeah. So now I have 4. So it's time for another picot. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. That's why I was so thankful that my hands knew what, because I really forgot how to do it. But my hands knew. My final picot. Leave some space. Over. And you get more confident in the long run.
But also when you learn techniques when you're young, it's also different from learning a new technique when you're getting older.
Yeah.
Also, I mean about your muscle memory.
Yeah.
It takes longer.
Yeah.
To get the muscle memory.
4, 5. Oh, I used to do this all day. Okay, so we're going to pull this again into my ring. There you go.
It's really, really small. Huh?
Yeah. Oh man, look, I've made a mistake. They're supposed to be attached. See, I'm not concentrating.
Sorry, I'm distracting.
So, let's go for another round, shall we? Yeah, I'm not that mindful.
When you have those 2 rounds which are not attached, can you still attach them manually?
No, because then you have a picot too much.
Ah, okay.
You see, we have now 2 picots and there's supposed to be 1. This is supposed to be how it goes.
Okay, so
but now I have 2 separate rings without the attachment. So,
Cute anyway.
and this, yeah, there are no mistakes. Just happy accidents.
You know?
Yeah. But you can't, once you have the ring, you can't undo the knots. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that shows you a little bit of mindfulness is, and concentration is very important. But let's attach the second ring. So we're going to make the next ring, go under, over. Takes a bit of practice to learn how to hold the work. Second knot, 3, 4, 5. So now we know why we need our little crochet hook, because we are going to attach the ring with the picot to our string of knots. So we're going to use the little crochet hook and pick up this loop and work our shuttle through the loop. And when you don't have the little crochet hook, you can use a separate crochet needle, of course. And now we have attached our former ring, and we don't have to make a picot because this counts for also the picot of this ring. And we start happy knotting away. Can you imagine doing this as a lady in your dress in court? Nothing much else to do.
Is it an English technique?
It's English and French. There's a little bit of debate whether it's English or French.
Mm-hmm.
But frivolité, that's a French word. So make another picot. I have my 5 knots.
So the shuttles with the crochet hook are more sophisticated, more of this time?
Yeah.
All right.
And I think they are 3D printed as well. That's just my guess.
Uh-huh.
But it's nice that it's still available.
Yeah. So where do you get it? If there's somebody watching who would like to
online.
Start practicing?
Yeah, just look up tatting shuttles. I think there are more needle tatting videos online than this work with the shuttles. So I think we are quite unique today.
Love unique.
Yeah. So another picot and the final 5 knots. That's 2. You can see how fast you can work once you know the technique. It's just knotting, knotting, knotting. 3, under, over, 5.
And this technique is still used in England and France and...
I think so. And now we can close it off our ring. And make sure all the knots are facing the same way, that you don't get them wobbly. So they all have to face the same way. And now you can see we have attached the 2 rings. Yeah. And I think for now, I think this is quite enough for a demonstration. I was going to demonstrate how this was going to go. But you have to use another help line, and you can make the bow. But I think for now, just demonstrating how to make the knots and the picots is quite enough. Don't you think, Myoki?
Could be.
Or do you want to have the other demonstration?
No, when it's enough for you, it's enough.
Yeah, I think for this demonstration. And if you would like me to make another video on how to do this, you can always make a suggestion and I will record another video. But for now, we thought it was very nice to show this very old technique to get out of your head into your hands and make something beautiful. But you can go online and do your research, and perhaps you can find all kinds of resources to do this. So I hope you've enjoyed.
I did.
Okay, and we'll find something else to do next time in our tools. So see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.